Welcome back to Ocean Echoes, North Carolina Shipwreck Chronicles. I'm Callum, OBX for Sail Chronicler. In this episode, we uncover the dramatic story of the Florence Shay, a schooner barge whose final voyage ended in tragedy off the coast of Virginia Beach. On November 12, 1908, the last shipwreck involving loss of life under the jurisdiction of the United States Life-Saving Service occurred at Virginia Beach. The vessel in question was the 41-year-old schooner barge Florence Shay. Her tragic fate can be attributed to a fierce northeast gale and the vessel's deteriorating condition. On its final voyage from Norfolk to New York, the Florence Shay carried a cargo of creosoted paving blocks. The old schooner, now reduced to a barge, was being towed by the barge Nichols, both of which were towed by the tugger Sir J. Hudson. The Florence Shay's condition had worsened due to her age and damage sustained in a recent storm off Cape Henry. The Florence Shay was supposed to be towed the entire distance to New York, as she had limited sails and only one small anchor on board. When left behind, she was helpless against the gale force winds that pushed her down the coast. By sunrise on November 12th, the vessel was 3 miles north of the False Cape Life-Saving Station and 1 mile offshore. Leonard Eaton, surfman number 5 from the Little Island Station, discovered the vessel at 7 a.m. and called keeper John W. Partridge to the tower, where they both saw the Shay struggling offshore. The Florence Shay, with a crew of 6, struck the outer sandbar less than 300 yards from shore, 3.5 miles south of the Little Island Life-Saving Station. The surf swept across her decks with increasing fury. 2 of the crew, exhausted from their all-night battle with the raging sea and suffering from exposure, died shortly after the stranding. The Little Island crew reached the vessel at 8:20 a.m., with the False Cape crew arriving shortly after. Despite 3 shots from the Lyle gun, the first 2 shots failed to place a line within reach, and the third line became tangled with other lines and debris from the vessel. The surfmen were unable to get the bridge's buoy working properly. The surfboat from the False Cape station was called, and with Keeper O'Neill in charge, a boat crew from the 2 stations was chosen. Launching up current from the schooner, they pulled strenuously to the lee side of the vessel. The surfmen found 4 of the Florence Shay's crew alive and successfully landed Captain Charles W. Gilbert, mate John Johnson, and seamen Frank Godford and Marty Hucker. They made a second trip through the pounding surf to retrieve the bodies of the remaining crew members. At Captain Gilbert's request, the body of one sailor was buried on the beach. The cook, Charles Mullennock's body, was never recovered. The old vessel quickly broke up, and pieces of the wrecked schooner and her cargo were strewn along the beach, serving as silent reminders of the Florence Shay's final struggle with the sea. The lifesavers had done all that was humanly possible to save lives under the circumstances. The question of the cut or parted cable, which contributed to the wreck of the Shay, was never resolved. This episode stands as a testament to the bravery and dedication of the life-saving crews who risked their lives to save others from the unforgiving sea. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the history of shipwrecks. We hope you found this episode both fascinating and moving. Join us again next Saturday as we continue to uncover more stories of sunken ships and maritime mysteries. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated on our latest episodes. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the depths of history.